Education Minister Dr. Rupert Rupnarine is optimistic that the University of Guyana will experience a positive turnaround and highlighted the major challenge at the university.
At the moment, the major problem at UG is the starvation, fund starvation. We have to look at that and we have to rectify it because, there's a shortage of funds. The country never has enough money, which means that you have to establish your priorities. And we have to prioritize in such a way that UG is very high on our priorities for funding.
Dr. Rupnarine lamented that this lack of adequate funding is what gave rise to many of the issues affecting the University of Guyana. The new education minister remained resolute that while the university has its challenges, he is certain that they are not insurmountable, and the approach of this new administration will be to tackle them from the core. One thing that can aid in this process, pointed out the minister, is a reduction in the tuition fees.
We have to look at that. The key thing is to ensure that students who cannot afford it can find ways and means, supported by the government, to enjoy a university education. We have to ensure that that happens. No one must be deprived of university education because they cannot pay the fees.
Dr. Rupnarine noted that if he had his way, access to tertiary education would be free of charge, since he was the recipient of such an opportunity. He explained new approaches will have to be taken to efficiently manage the university to ensure the highest and best levels of productivity. Dr. Rupnarine pledged to restore the university, placing his very word on the line.
If at the end of the next 5 years, we do not succeed in making the University of Guyana a world-class institution that can really hold its head high in the international community of universities, I would think I have failed.
Dr. Rupnarine also sits on the university's council and explained he has a reasonable understanding of the operations and shortcomings of the country's premier tertiary institution. Dr. Rupnarine is expected to be meeting with the board and management team of the university to discuss several key issues in the coming weeks. For HGP Nightly News, Kingsley Bryan.